And good afternoon, Warp103 here bringing another video. This time here we are talking about the new tank that's going to be in the marathon soon. It's all over the forums. You can go in a couple of places. It is actually online.
I'm gonna have to rain down a godly firestorm on you.
And thank you for viewing this video. If you like the content, make sure you subscribe to the channel by clicking the icon above, and then of course hitting the bell icon to get notifications when the next video drops. So here we go. All right, everybody. Now, basically what I'm showing you right now is going to be a leak video. This is coming from this literally on YouTube and everything else that you can actually find it yourself. So this is not prior knowledge. This is just me looking online, finding the information, and everybody can find it too. Now, basically what we're showing you right here is the new tank that's going to be inside the marathon. Now, basically you can see the stats right here. Now, again, I don't do these normally and everything else that because as a CC and everything else that, you know, but everybody on EU is already starting to see this already. Everybody on RU already has the stats for it and everything else that. So I feel that everybody on NA should at least have an idea of what's coming on. So basically this new tank. Now we're going to run down some of the stats. We're not going to run down all of them, but I just want to give you an idea of how this tank is actually going to be. Okay, so the average damage is going to be 320. Average penetration is 227. Rate of fire is 6.95. Excuse me. Reload is going to be 8.63. Your transfer speed is actually going to be 37 to 55. Gun depression of 6, gun elevation of 15. Aim time is going to be 2.79 approximately. Dispersion is going to be 3.6, and your damage per minute is going to be 2,225. Now again, this is assuming with a 100% crew, of course. Of course, you can get those numbers up by using using brothers in arms and everything else like that. So you can definitely get this way up and everything else like that. Now we want to go into the mobility just a little bit, everything else like that. Top speed is going. The weight limit. The weight is going to be 39. Let's might as well say 40 and 41. Excuse me. Engine power, of course, is going to be 690, and power to weight ratio of 17.26. Top speed forward 58, and reverse is going to be 15. And basically you can read the rest. And of course the view range is going to be 390. So basically with your coded optics and everything else, so that you'll be able to get to 440 quite easily. You'll be able to spot for yourself, with a good crew and everything else, that you really won't even need optics and everything else. That you can do some other configurations and everything else. That. So again, I wanted to show you some of the stuff that's actually, now again, this is a leak. These are always subject to change. You never know what's going to happen. They might change it later on and say, you know what, the day before they can say, these stats have changed. We feel that it's too good, too bad, whatever else like that. So I just want to show you, get that out of the way. Now again, the gun, you can see the penetration is 279 for regular rounds. Now I can't tell if that's going to be heat or if that's going to be APCR, but your gold rounds are going to be 200 for penetration, 289, and your HE is going to be 69. Again, your actual damage is going to be 320, and HE is going to be 420. So you're seeing the base stats for the gun and everything else. That again, it's tier 9 gun on a tier 8. Okay, it sounds standard and everything else. That now I'm going to go on to a couple of other tanks so you can actually see the specifications for a couple of other different things. So we looked at the gun. Some of the stats on the vehicle itself, meaning his firepower, his actual vision, and everything else. Its speed. Let's go into the armor. Now, you're looking at the Russian armor model and everything else, and you can pretty much see a sea of red. This thing is going to be basically a monster. Now, you're going to be like, okay, no, you know, there's some areas. Now, again, the areas that you're looking at, I can guarantee you, where you're looking at in the middle right here where the mouse is, you can guarantee that there's going to be spaced armor right there. So you're going to have to go through that and what's behind it as well. You do see the area right here. It's mostly yellow. There is a small green strip right here and one here and here, but the cupolas look kind of low and everything else that. And the front lower plate is not really that big and everything else that. But let's look at the next one up. Okay, now we're looking at the gun mantlet itself. Now it seems like, again, right next to the mantlet, there's a little hole right there that you can, it's not a complete hole, but you need the penetration of 239 to get through it. So a lot of tanks that have like 280 to 290, 180 to 190 is going to be shooting this thing in the front, and it's a medium tank is going to basically laugh at it. It's going to be like, okay, shoot me again. You better load that gold, and even a lot of gold for some tier tanks. So if you're tier 6, tier 7, good luck with that, bro. Good luck. Now, that's not even the most ridiculous part of the armor. Let's go to that ridiculous. Now, the upper plate is fairly weaker and everything else, but you still got to have that penetration over 206 to actually penetrate reliably. And even then, you see it's only at like a 44% chance. So again, you got to have that penetration up to actually get through this. If not, it's going to balance you as well. So I'm not going to say the upper plate is really, but you can see by the angle it is and everything else that you're going to have a hard time penetrating. So I'm like, okay, this doesn't sound like a tier 8 to me and everything else. And again, I'm going to show you why versus other tanks in a couple minutes. So I'm like, all right, well, yeah. Now again, I'm going to say this with a grain of salt. This could be changed. That you can wake up tomorrow morning, the day after that, or before it's actually released, and they can say, you know what, we're going to make some changes to it. Again, I'm going to say that again. So let's go to the next image. Now again, all these images are literally from a video online that you can actually search for it, and you will be able to see it. I'm not giving you anything new, but I'm giving you things in English so people will actually have an idea of how good this tank is, at least according to what you see on the spec page. Okay. Now, this section over here is 364. You know, unless you got super high penetration, you're not pinning right there. But no, that's not the most ridiculous part of the turret armor. Yeah, 430 millimeters on a tier 8. Now, it's not just in one spot. There's an area that's over here that's literally good luck pinning it on a tier 8 tank. So if this thing can get in a certain section where it can get hauled down and everything else, that, you know, if you can't hit them cupolas and everything else, or you can't, if he's turning his head and everything else to wiggle and everything else, that, again, good luck with that. Now, I'm going to show you tanks.gg for some of the things. Okay. Now, we're looking at tanks.gg. Now, the last premium that was inside of Marathon and everything else, that we're looking at the stats for that vehicle. Okay. Now, sorry, we're looking at the armor model. Now, again, I'm going to gloss over the whole armor model right here instead of the CS52. You see that there's subsections that you might get up to 250. Everything else of that, but no, okay, it's an area too where you might get up to, I'm trying to find it, 280 something. But again, that's really at the top. You're really hunting really hard to get that and everything else of that, and you know, to hit it. So yeah, but your upper plate on this one here, again, more easily to pin. Lower plate, of course, easy to pin. So again, the Polish one that we just had a marathon for, so that basically the new tank makes this Polish one looks like absolute crap. Okay. Now again, we're going to look at the stats real quick and everything else. Same penetration. Sorry, the same damage. The penetration, we're going to bring this over like here as well. We're going to go back. Okay. Now, Look at the penetration. You got more penetration. Dispersion on the CS is a little bit better. The top speed is slower. The reverse speed is a little bit better. So again, the new tank looks like it has more armor, lower power to rate ratio, because again, this is 19 to 17, it's basically 17.26. So let's go to, this is tier 8. Let's look at the tier 10. Let's look at the armor. It can't be that good, right? It can't be that good, right? Okay. Let's look at the object 430U, the tier 10, right? Let's look at this armor here. That seemed like there's a whole lot of armor on the tier 8 that looks like almost the effective armor of the tier 10. Again, you got areas that's on here that are straight up ridiculous, but I'm just talking about the average armor. Okay, we're gonna look at the armor model of the actual turret, and again, we're looking at basically the same spot. That is tier 10 levels of armor. Now again, tier 8 does have a couple of weak spots in it and everything else of that, but still, this is on the basically side of ridiculous of how armored the turret is. So when you see this on the battlefield and everything else of that, now I have seen it. I have seen someone play it on, again, the same place that I got this video from and everything else. It is prone to getting ammo racked and exploding if the ammo rack gets hit. So again, looking at the gameplay from a person that actually has it on YouTube and everything else, that you can see it literally gets hit. You can see it actually bounces shots like it's absolutely a mad light. This thing is straight up ridiculous. It's on the levels of stupidity of the tier 9 T50, the KPZ 50T. That's what this armor profile actually looks like. Like it's a tier 9/tier 10 hybrid of that. It has the same issues, meaning that it's easy to get ammo racks. But if you have the crew to mitigate being ammo racked, you have the skills and also take out the crew 2.0 things and the skills, you can pretty much make it so this ammo rack doesn't really bother you anymore. Well, again, I haven't had a chance to play it yet. It might be completely different in battle. When I get there and everything else to that, again, what I've literally viewed in the video, what I'm seeing on the stats wise and everything else to that, and at this point here, it's like that, this thing is an absolute monster. Again, you're basically for tier 8 giving a 430 or 430U at tier 8. Now, does that really matter? I mean, again, if someone that's not skilled gets in a 430U, yeah, they're going to die super quickly, and it's going to be over. It doesn't matter if the tank has if they don't know how to use the hold down positioning, yeah, they're going to get wrecked. But a competent player, sees that are super Unicrons or super Unicrons in general, they're going to get in this tank and absolutely murder people. They're going to murder people. Now, I'm hoping if I get a chance to review it and everything else, so that I'll have an opportunity to put my 2 cents in it. But again, this is me looking at just the numbers. Now, again, since I'm not a medium tank player, I hope I don't embarrass myself when I actually get the tank, or if the coordinating graces to me and so that. Again, I don't have it, so I don't know what it's going to be in actuality. But usually sooner or later, it's going to come. And again, when the marathon hits, it's like that. This is definitely one of the tanks that I'm going to try to get. Even if I have to, and I hate to say it, but even if I got to break out the card and say swipe, because again, I'm looking at a tank that's pretty fast, great upper hull armor. Good upper hull armor, great turret armor. But it does have the issue, again, of being ammo racked. So if you play it wrong, you get ammo racked and you get taken out the game really early. It's an artillery magnet, of course. So we'll see how this actually shakes out. But for now, this is Warp103 saying warp out, have fun. We'll catch you in the next one. Please hit the like, subscribe button. It really helps your channel out. And again, this has been a leak video. This is coming from, as you can plainly see, a Russian.
Well,
site
guys,
that
thank you for
someone has
watching. Please
actually
hit the
played.
like, subscribe button. It really
So,
helps your channel
good
out.
luck,
And
everybody, on the battlefield.
warp out, saying
We'll
have
catch
fun.
you
Catch you later.